Alrighty, welcome back to the channel where I tell you what trades I'm taking and what I'm expecting next for Bitcoin. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. So, Bitcoin is actually right now slightly, by the looks of it, on the verge of a little breakout. Now we're going to get into what I'm expecting next, because this move, actually, if we go to the order flow, we can see has been slightly encouraged by the fact that there was a large amount of shorts that entered here. 7 million, 4 million, 4 million, positive open interest. And now we've since seen that close here, and then a bit of that close here on the negative open interest. And then there was having the positive delta. So that was positions having to close out, which was shorts. That is what's caused this subsequent push up. So the last video, we were speaking about all the liquidity we're building up over here, 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 here. But in actuality, you just put it above these highs. So if anything, it just be liquidity is right above here in this little bracket there. And then to the downside, we have liquidity building up on this low side. So what I'm looking at right now is really for price to take out one of these key levels. And to highlight that, you can see that's the value area high, and you can see the value area low here. So in terms of this perpetual long, I was speaking about in the video I made last video, taking a valid trade on the basis of hitting this low here. Now, I don't feel like taking a trade from where we are now. As you would all know, I've been publicly saying I've bought spot at around, what was it, $86,000. And the invalidation for that is losing the monthly level for me at $82,000, okay? So my expectation is that we are going to go higher. Now, in terms of the perpetual trade, I haven't entered yet because I didn't hit the level I wanted to. It has been bouncing off the POC very nicely, but we're coming into that other POC, sort of like a POC. If you want to zoom in then over here, you can see that we've got that other level right here of resistance, which is coming out that little node here. So it's top, high, high, high. We're in that right now, okay? Let's give a highlight on what the VWAPs are doing. So on a VWAP perspective, we still have volume convergence coming in right over here. But if we can get a convincing breakout, this is going to be very, very strong support. So these are all going to go here. Let's say we break above here. On the retest, I'd look for the long on that because the amount of volume that you've put in that level is just really, really strong. And also in the backdrop, you'd probably have a Fibonacci pull coming in here, more or less. So really what would happen is, say we break out of this zone here. On the drop back down, I'd be looking for a nice long from that midpoint, which is where we're at right now. But that'd be a more better trade than taking a trade on the basis of the fact that we haven't even taken out these highs yet. So if you're shorting here now, that's quite silly. And if you're shorting here, that would be quite a smart, it's a level to look at. But taking a long here, not my thing, considering you look at the context of where we are. We're coming into a high, right? Now the context is different if you break above and then retest the level. That's a different context. You've broken out and then you're retesting. So based on everything I'm seeing, I'm expecting us to go higher, although I might expect more chop. And I think at the end of the day, if we don't claim above this, well then normal chop is expected. Hopefully we take out the lows. If not, that's all right. I'm going to keep staying in my spot position. But by the looks of it, if we want to go to the order flow, you can see that we've got a short open that closed there, but then there's a few shorts. It's indecisive right now, so that's forming a little triangle here. We zoom in on the 5 minute, you can probably see that much more clearly. Yeah, you're forming your own little range here. So we'll see how that all pans out, trading the POC. Either way, I'm not interested in taking a trade on that. That ain't my thing at all. Okay, so there's that. Fair value gaps, so that's just ones are straight above us. We've got the trend lines, which are looking like this. We're still in that little convergence pattern. We've got a daily retest that we had down here. So we can take that away. That's not relevant anymore. So picture is still the same, guys, in terms of what I'm looking at. I would like to see us get hit lower and take out that low, although I'm happy for it to run up. I'm in spot positioned accordingly. I've been going over this in the videos if you've been following me. This video is not going to be too long. It's going to be kind of nice and short for everyone. And then obviously the volume that we're looking at on this context. So yeah, confluence levels are going to be 92 for our first level of resistance. Considering how long we've ranged, if we're going to break above these highs, we should really break and touch that one. That'll be a fake out of this. So what we'd expect is a resumption back down. If that happens, and then you either find support here or you go down, take out the lows here. Again, context dependent. That's why we trade level by level. Okay, so the level to look for a short is up here. The level to look for a long is down here. So it's really that simple. Until we get there, no trades are taken, all right? Now I'm specifically talking about perpetual trades. If you're in spot, well then you can relax and you can have your invalidation at $82,000, okay? So that's exactly how I'm looking at it. Other than that, that is what I'm looking at. There's nothing else that really rings its bell to me. Also, I will show you this chart, which is very important, which is just the multi-leverage. So we got the liquidity heat map here. You've got a large cluster of liquidity to the upside positioned here. So you've got 200. These are nominal Bitcoin values. So 200. This first little branch here is probably sitting around 200. And this branch beneath us is sitting around 10. So a multiplier of a lot, right? So yeah, if you look at that, well, it means there's more liquidity to the upside to take out on a nominal basis. That doesn't mean we don't have liquidity to the downside, which we absolutely do, which you can see straight over here. So there is liquidity to the downside. And keep in mind, this liquidity can change based on limit orders, stop losses, capitulation, liquidation markers, all that sort of stuff. But without a doubt, you have larger levels to the upside opposed to the downside here. So that's that. I hope that was very clear. Just give that highlight again. Support's down here at $85,000. Resistance is coming at 92. Yes, you can trade this intermediary range, and I will highlight that, what that would look like if you were to do so. So if we want to take off all the metrics here, so this will be for the scalp traders specifically. So running on to the 30-minute, let's see what raises my eyes. I've got this level here, which is very important because of the fact that you've got your highs above here. And then you've also got a large amount of liquidity building up here. This is a liquidity curve right over here. So if we do break down, I would expect it to sort of charge down and go take out the lows a bit lower. Well, probably not this low, specifically these lows right over here. And then within that level, you've got, for the long spot, you've got that here. And then, yeah, so those are levels I'm looking at specifically. Let's have a highlight of where the volume is. Again, this is just really it for the scalp trades. Ties in very well with the value ranges, except it's also just got liquidity highs above it. So you're basically seeing that liquidity highs are coinciding with the value area low and the value area high. So it's quite good actually. And then if you want to zoom that in even more, you've got a breakout of this range. So for the traders who want to be risky, you could take along on this retest down. It probably coincides nicely with a VWAP. So that would be what we're looking over here. Yeah, very nice. So that would probably go here. That would go down if you get that trade for the continuation up. I'm not taking that. Low probability trade, not my sort of style of trading. All right, other than that, guys, I will catch you in the next update. For now, stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. Post notifications on. I'll keep you updated for this whole bull market and bear market. Without further ado, subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next update.